This is going to be a super quick video, but I'm going to try and bring a ton of value to it. Number one, by going over LinkedIn, what we're doing right now on it, how you can actually utilize it to expand your organic reach from your current short form content, and how to drive traffic and sales from it. Now, this is a shorter video because this is something I'm relatively new at, but I'm going to try and again deliver as much value as I possibly can based off of the information I have. The reason why I'm making this video now and not once I have a better scope of the full picture is because I think there is a huge opportunity for you right now to take advantage of the reach on the platform, and I want to make sure I can impart my knowledge with you about that. So just jumping right into the video here, I'm going to share my screen with you guys here. You can see this is my wife's profile, Ken Delaney, and she has a big following on other platforms, and we just recently started repurposing her content from TikTok, so short form content, stuff we make for Instagram, stuff we make for YouTube Shorts, like I said, TikTok, and we've been repurposing it to LinkedIn. And we use Metricool to do this. So there's two different main ways to do this, not four, two, but number one is if you edit your content in a platform like DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere, CapCut on your phone, Metricool is an excellent option for you to repurpose this content. The reason why is you can select multiple platforms extremely easily, including LinkedIn, to do this. The other way that I highly recommend you do this is if you edit in-app, for example, on the TikTok app or on the Instagram app, and that's how you're used to doing it. You pull out your phone right here, you record your video, and you post it to the platform. The best way for you to repurpose that content is to use this platform called repurpose.io. And what this does is it'll go out to the platform, download it without any watermarks, and you create an automation to repurpose it to another platform. It's not the best for optimizing your content to all of the different platforms like Metricool is, but it will get your content out there. And as you can see, we have over 2 million impressions in just the last 7 days from LinkedIn. Now, impressions do not equal views, but just getting your face out there in front of that many people is insane. And they count impression as anyone it shows it to. They count a view as someone who views your video for more than 2 consecutive seconds, which honestly isn't a whole lot. I like that LinkedIn is it's very easy to see how they determine these metrics, and they're very upfront about them. I would like that view to be worth a little bit more, and I'd like to have some more analytics on average view duration per video and stuff. Again, not perfect, but I'm stoked that this is on LinkedIn because even though we don't have all this information, we're reaching our target audience, which is founders, entrepreneurs, CEOs, and executive teams. And I can go into the analytics a little bit deeper with you guys here, but it actually gives you a huge breakdown. And also, I highly recommend buying LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Now, if you're already doing cold outbound, you probably already have this, but if you don't, it allows you to automatically send a message to someone who you aren't already connected with on LinkedIn. And this is going to make a huge difference when it comes to you actually driving sales from this platform. Now, I'm going to address a couple of the caveats here. Number one, impressions does not equal views. I love how LinkedIn leads with the big numbers, but realistically, our views right now are between 5 and 10% of the impressions per video. Is what I have been finding. Sometimes they're less, but I like that it's going out there, and I'm hoping that the view to impression ratio goes up over time. The other thing they give you right here is followers. Search appearances doesn't matter that much right now for us. Once we have a bigger following, I think that's going to be more significant. However, that's not something I'm looking at currently, and unless you're a big established company or you're already driving tons of views, that's not something I would necessarily focus in on. But the big moneymaker here is profile views. If you've watched any other of my videos of like the Data That Will Make You Rich series, or just watching me talk about analytics, you know profile views are one of the most important things that you can get because it goes from a view to profile view to link in bio, right? One of the other things you get with LinkedIn Sales Navigator here is if we go to the profile tab here on our account, Oh, I'm already here. Sorry. You actually get a custom button, and you can actually redirect this. So ours is like scale of content right now. You can actually incorporate CTAs, and this just goes to our landing page where you can book a call with our team. But going back to the analytics, if we take a little bit deeper dive in, and again, we're having 1,600 people, I'm going to get you better analytics in the future. Again, this is why I put that caveat in the beginning of the video. Our UTM tracking isn't 100% right now, so I can't give you exactly how many people are going from a profile view to clicking that link in bio right now and be confident behind that number. But ideally, and I cross my fingers with this, but ideally we're seeing about 160 people, or about 10% of people viewing our profile actually going to that page. And that's just because organic traffic, typically when they go to your profile, they're looking for that link in bio. If we look under impressions here, and this is just kind of navigating LinkedIn, and their whole backend is extremely slow. Hopefully it gets better. We've had some videos spiking, but we've also been pretty consistent. And just as an FYI, I'm not exactly certain where their servers are located, but usually around 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, between then and 6, and I'm recording this at 8:27. Typically speaking, around 4 to 6 is when it rolls over to the new day, which is why our impressions are at 2,500 right here, because it's only been an hour or two. And we also didn't have any content go out on Sunday, and I think we only had one video go on Saturday. During the week, though, you could see we had a lot more when we were posting 2 or 3 times a day. A lot more consistent content there on that end. And then down here, you can see the individual videos. The engagement rate versus the impression rate. Again, impressions aren't views, but even still, like engagement compared to views, not as high as on other platforms. It's very low currently, but again, Kinda doesn't really have a presence on LinkedIn, but this is also why it's huge. Looking 1,400 followers, of which, again, just going to duplicate this tab here. We got, 1,200 of them in the last couple of days. So, could that be better? Yes. Am I psyched for the impressions we're getting and the views we're getting off of this platform currently? Also, yes. So again, work in progress. It takes you, now if you click on that, if you come back here, and it gives you a list of videos. And again, I'm sorry guys for this taking forever to load. You can hit show more. You can expand this out to multiple days. We've only started 2 weeks ago, and you can do impressions versus engagements. Now, it's interesting to look at engagements because it's kind of like how much do you weight the actual people interacting with your view, which obviously more engagements, the better. But as far as impressions go, it will give it. And the majority of our views here. So again, we started posting about 2 weeks ago, and most of our stuff from 2 weeks ago, it honestly didn't. Not a lot of it hit. But over the last week, with a little bit higher, again, we're posting between 3 and 4 times a day. We've been getting more impressions with it, and those videos have been taking off. I think part of it was we just never posted content on the platform. And when we started 2 weeks ago, again, we were starting from 0 here. And we've really seen like an exponential growth curve with the number of impressions we're getting. But again, impressions don't equal views. If you come here, you can see the engagement. You can respond to comments, and it'll give you impressions and view analytics. If you click the view analytics button here. And again, I highly recommend, if you're on LinkedIn, you ought to do this at least for some of your content, top performers and content that you should have thought. If you had a viral that went viral on TikTok, but didn't go viral on LinkedIn, you should look at those analytics and see what is up. We are getting an insane amount of watch time overall. I love how it actually gives you the total watch time for the video here. And that's pretty good. And 45,000 views, again, between 5 and 10%. We're right at about 7.5%. 5% is 30,000, 10% 60,000. So right about 7.5% of impressions, we got views out of this video. And you might think, well, 45,000 impressions isn't a lot. But if you look at 7% of 2 million views over, a week, that's 140,000 views a week, 600,000 views a month. That is very significant, especially when it gives you your job titles down here: salesperson, software developer, executive director, business strategist, founder, your top percentages. And 2.6 being founders, that's our ideal target audience, and salesperson, that's another huge one that we like to find people with that in their job title, right? And executive director as well, bringing their companies on board. So at its core, it breaks down, and you get a lot more information than you do on other platforms. You reach a lot more decision makers on LinkedIn. So again, pretty psyched about this overall. I'm hoping, almost praying, that LinkedIn will add in watch time. It's obviously collecting that data. So I would like to get average watch time out of this platform eventually. This is all we really have right now. So could be better, but I'm pretty happy with it as is. And again, here, you're just getting profile views. If you get the LinkedIn, if you get LinkedIn Sales Navigator, it'll give you their profiles down here. And it gives you, options to a message. I think they charge $99 a month if you pay for it monthly. I think it's $80 a month if you pay for it for the year. But if you're going to utilize LinkedIn, as I'm going to talk about here, as a sales platform, it's something you really want, because if they're not connected with you, it's going to break down the time of you being able to send them a message directly significantly while they're waiting a couple of days. And when you have a lead, you really want to, strike while the iron's hot, so to speak, when they're most interested or engaged in your content. And for example, we have a video right now and we're running comment CTAs like we do on Instagram. So the whole idea behind this, you have a video at the bottom of your description, you have a CTA. And this one is about our 3T content framework. So if you comment 3T on this video, we'll send you a DM or a freebie or whatever. We are utilizing our messaging software on here with LinkedIn Sales Navigator to actually DM those people that aren't connected with us, that comment 3T, and either give them the freebie and then engage in the sales conversation, or if it's direct, if the CTA is giving that permission to engage directly in a sales conversation, we do that. And I'm going to let you guys know, hopefully I'll do another video in about a month, since we just started with this, about what sales we're actually driving from LinkedIn and how it's affecting, our sales overall. I don't want to get too excited, but currently our views per video on this platform, I think it's going to knock Instagram out of the park, to be 100% honest. And with mostly the same features. I wish there would be a voice note feature within LinkedIn, but with almost the same features, I think we're going to drive a ton of sales directly from LinkedIn, getting in front of our ideal audience, such as founders, from this content. So that was basically in the video. That's the framework. Create the content, do the CTA, get them into the conversation, get them on the phone. Same framework as Instagram, very similar if you've watched any of my other Instagram sales videos or Kenda's videos, which I highly recommend you do. Same framework as all of that, just utilizing LinkedIn. Make sure you're getting your content out there. If you're making short form content and your target audience is business owners and you're not posting on LinkedIn, you're missing out on a huge opportunity right now. So hopefully this video was helpful. If it was at all, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It makes a huge difference in me being able to produce these videos for you guys. And as always, if you want to work with us, feel free to hit that link down below to schedule a time to chat with our team, and have a great day, guys. Talk to you later.